Shalom. I want to begin a lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Akakorash. That will bless and honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. I'm back here with another lesson through the spirit, man. I just wanted to come at y'all with something quick, man. Nonetheless, edifying, Lord willing. Just wanted to talk about the situation going on over there in Qatar, man. There is people, I ain't gonna say their name because, you know, they get sensitive when we talk about them. But nonetheless, I want to declare fair use real quick. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now that we've declared fair use, I want to go ahead and play these videos for you real quick, man.
Israel's continued involvement in violating international law, human rights, and diplomacy is reflected in the barbaric attack that took place in the city of Doha, in a residential area containing housing, schools, children's sports, and diplomatic missions. It led to the martyrdom of one of the security forces and the fall of civilian casualties. We cannot describe this aggression except that it is state terror in an approach pursued by the current extremist Israeli government, which flouts international law and targets the security of the region while brutally challenging the international legitimacy. We must not remain silent and calm in the face of these barbaric attacks and take real and tangible measures on all levels to prevent further attacks, which if we leave it, it will not stop. We will find ourselves, no matter what, in front of an endless series of blood and destruction, and no one will be far from its harm and danger. Israel's continued involvement in violating international law.
So as we said, man, these people are known throughout history for breaking treaties, for going back on their word, for saying one thing and doing another. Right? It's no coincidence or any type of confusion as to that, right? The son of perdition, as we've said, is being revealed. It's being revealed throughout the land. That's why when I made that video, I made a lesson concerning basically saying that these people were being called out, man. Right? They're being held accountable for their actions now. These other nations are starting to say, all right, man, now taking it a little too far, right? It's basically what's happening right now on Earth. So, all of these things are going on, man. You have, like I said this before, man, this is a stat from Al Jazeera News itself, man. Right? It's around, I want to say 65%, but this is like from over the summer, so the number could be more, could be less now. But they said 65% of their targets, right? IDF, whatever you want to call it. 65% of their targets are women and children, bro. Women and children, man. That's 65% of their targets is what they said on this statistic, right? So, one has to think or ask themselves, what are they, you know what I'm saying? What is their real purpose, right? Who is their real targets? I just seen today, I was watching Al Jazeera News this morning. Matter of fact, before I went to any of my classes, was watching Al Jazeera News, right? And they talked about this on their news channel, right? It said, I want to say it was either Al Jazeera or WION, one of the two. They said they showed a graphic showing uh Gaza, the Gaza Strip. So prior to October 7th, 2023 on to now, right? They showed a statistic. They showed basically a bird's eye view of that land. Do you know that they said that 75% of that land now is inhabitable? It's inhabitable, man. Meaning no one can live there. It's inhabitable, right? This shit looks completely different than what it did before versus after, man. Let me just go to it, man. Trying to find it based off scripture. I swear I searched the war was in his heart, but right, maybe my search is off. Man, the book of Psalm chapter 55 and verse 19. The Most High Power shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. Salah, because they have no changes. Therefore, they fear not the Most High Power. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Cast thy burden upon Yahweh, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. So, but thou, O Most High Power, shalt bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee. Right? These are deceitful men that you're dealing with in this world. The leaders of the world right now are deceitful men. Okay? They bring forth deception, right? All they do is lie to the people. They lie about this, they lie about that. They lie about a whole bunch of stuff, man. Nonetheless, this is concerning the son of perdition, Esau, Edom, so-called white man. And who's the head of that? So-called Ishmael, Amalek. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Heart meaning mind. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So they say one thing and do the other, right? Just as when they attacked Iran. They was in negotiation talks, then boom. Or they said they weren't even going to strike them, something like that. Then boom, they just struck them. Now, if I play this second clip, which I don't know if I want to play this whole thing, because it is kind of lengthy, but we could just watch this real quick. It says, Rubio says U.S. Qatar on verge of finalizing defense cooperation agreement. Because as you all are aware, you know what I'm saying, the leaders in Qatar just had a meeting concerning what they was going to do about that strike. Let me see if I can find that. Like, a few nations had a meeting in Doha. Yeah.
On the 9th of September 2025, a series of Israeli airstrikes targeted the Qatari capital of Doha, prompting strong international condemnation. Among those reacting to the incident was U.S. President Donald Trump.
Well, I'm not thrilled. I'm not thrilled about it. I don't have to do that. I'm not thrilled about the whole situation. It's not a good situation. I will say this, we want the hostages back, but we are not thrilled about the way that went down today. I'm never surprised by anything, especially when it comes to the Middle East. I'll be giving a full statement tomorrow, but I would tell you this. I was very unhappy about it. I'm very unhappy about every aspect, and we got to get the hostages back. But I was very unhappy about the way that went down.
French President Emmanuel Macron issued a firm condemnation. In a statement shared on social media, he said,
"Just back tomorrow, but I would tell you this. I was very unhappy about it. I'm very unhappy about every aspect, and we got to get the hostages back." But I was very unhappy about the way that went down.
French President Emmanuel Macron.
Now, mind you, they came out and said when it first happened, just like this shit is damn near a mirror of what happened a few months ago with Iran. America first came out and said, "Oh, we didn't know anything about it." Then they got exposed for it. Niggas said they tried to warn Qatar, but it was too late. So which one is it? That's all I'm saying, man. You cannot trust your enemy, man. You cannot trust these people.
Issued a firm condemnation. In a statement shared on social media, he said, "Today's Israeli strikes on Qatar are unacceptable, whatever the reason. I express my solidarity with Qatar and its emir, Sheikh Tamim Al Thani. Under no circumstances should the war spread throughout the region." British Prime Minister Keir Starmer also weighed in, stressing the need for de-escalation. He posted, "I condemn Israel's strikes on Doha, which violate Qatar's sovereignty and risk further escalation across the region. The priority must be an immediate ceasefire, the release of hostages, and a huge surge in aid into Gaza. This is the only solution towards long-lasting peace." Meanwhile,
Just the thing, they saying that they want peace, or they at least quote unquote trying to bring it, but they can't. This is prophecy, man. This is the Lord show. You just a important role in it. Ain't nothing you can do that's gonna stop what the Lord got going on, man.
the Deputy Prime Minister of the Republic of Ireland, Simon Harris, expressed concern. He said, "I am seriously concerned by the news from Doha today of Israeli strikes on the city. My officials are seeking to establish a full picture of the events and their implications." United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres released a strong condemnation of the strikes. "I strongly condemn the Israeli attacks in Qatar, a clear violation of the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Qatar has played a positive role to achieve a ceasefire and the release of all hostages. Everyone must work towards achieving a permanent ceasefire, not destroying it."
Very soon, as the Lord said, man, these people are gonna be seeking death. That's how bad it's gonna get out here, man. They're gonna be seeking death and shall not find it. It says 50 Arab and Muslim leaders host urgent summit in Qatar over Israel's treacherous Doha bombing. I just read this last night, man. The book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." Meaning the son of destruction, the one who brings forth destruction. There's only one group of people, man, that have throughout history brought forth destruction on every and any land that they've ever touched. Right? And that is a fact. Any and every land that they've touched, man. Everywhere they go, they spread forth death and destruction, dude. It's just like a virus. Everywhere they go, they infect others with the shit. Ruining lives and whatnot. Ruining whole households and families, man. Damn it, so I can. This is Psalm 10 and verse 2. Psalm 10 and verse 1. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord Yahweh? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble, right? That's how our people talk and think when they speak to the Lord, man. They ask the Lord, where's he at in the times of trouble, right? They think that he hides himself when the whole time he's the one who's doing it. There's just a lack of understanding that you don't know that, or you can't see that, right? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Like I said, man, these people have made 70 to 75% of that land inhabitable, meaning nobody can dwell there. You cannot live on the land, right? It's inhabitable. No one can dwell there, man. Nobody can no longer stay there, right? Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. So the same things that they do to these other countries continually, they're going to be taken in that same manner, or even worse. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom Yahweh abhorreth. And the word abhorreth means it's an abomination to the Lord. So like, it's disgusting. Salakia, despise. Abhor does another word for abhor is disgusting or despise. Salakia.
Strong's H 5006. Naats.
It says, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High power. The Most High power is not in all his thoughts. So through them doing this, creating this destruction, bringing forth destruction throughout the whole land, they have not once considered what the Lord may do to them for doing this. They think that they're just going to go unpunished. They think that none of the stuff that they're doing to these people are ever going to come back onto them, right? That's why the scriptures say what they say. It's not a coincidence. It's not just something that's been said. No, this is about to be proven real soon, if it hasn't already been proven. And if you can't get it, like we say, man, it's just the Lord put a spiritual veil over your eyes. You just can't get it. It's not meant for you. We can't help you. But we do bring the message to you. Nonetheless, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Nigga, Trump makes threats on a daily to countries. On a daily, man. He's not the only one who does it, but he makes threats all the time. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. What did I just say? They don't think they're ever going to be brought down, man, as a people. Never. Shit, I wish I had that type of confidence. But I have fear of the Lord, and I understand that I can be humbled at any given moment. So to have a confidence like that, I take that back. I wouldn't want to, Because having confidence like that is going to be your downfall.